The jungle moon of Keth 7 had a reputation that preceded it across 3 star systems. Every xenobiologist worth their salt knew the stories. Entire survey teams vanished, drones destroyed mid-flight, and warning beacons that screamed one message across all frequencies: do not land. Apex predator territory. Rhea landed anyway. She wasn't reckless, at least. That's what she told herself as her single-occupant pod cut through the violet canopy and settled into a clearing of bioluminescent moss. She was thorough. There was a difference. The human colony on Epsilon Prime needed to know if Keth 7 could support terraforming, and she'd be damned if she let a little thing like a planetary death machine stop her from doing her job. Scanning atmosphere, her suit's AI chirped. Oxygen-nitrogen mix breathable. Gravity 0.98 standard. Temperature 22 degrees Celsius. Detecting large biosignature 300 meters northeast. Just one? Rhea asked, shouldering her equipment pack. Affirmative. Mass estimates suggest approximately 800 kilograms. Rhea whistled low. Whatever it was big. She activated her plasma knife. Not the most powerful weapon, but she preferred mobility over firepower, and started toward the coordinates. The jungle was alive with sound. Chittering insects. The rustle of things moving through the underbrush and somewhere distant. A low rumble that made her bones vibrate. She'd walked maybe 50 meters when she felt it. The sensation of being watched. Rhea froze, every muscle tensing. Her ancestors had once been prey on Earth, hunted by saber-toothed cats and cave bears. Evolution had gifted humanity with an instinct for danger. A primal alarm system that screamed when something with sharp teeth was nearby. That alarm was screaming now. She turned slowly, scanning the tree line. Nothing, just shadow and light dancing through alien leaves. But the feeling persisted, crawling up her spine like cold fingers. Biosignature now 50 meters and closing. The AI warned. Warning, predatory behavior pattern detected. Rhea's hand tightened on her knife. Show yourself, she called out, voice steady despite the hammering of her heart. The jungle answered. It came from above, a nightmare made flesh. 8 meters of corded muscle, midnight black scales that shimmered with an oil-slick iridescence, and a head that was all teeth and rage. 6 eyes arranged in a crown around a skull built for killing locked onto her. It had 4 limbs, each ending in talons that gouged furrows in the bark as it descended. The apex. Every instinct screamed at Rhea to run. Running from a predator was suicide they always chased. Instead, she did something that no prey animal in the galaxy's history had ever done. She smiled. Hey there, beautiful, she said softly. The apex paused, head cocking with what might have been confusion, its growl lowered to a confused rumble. In its experience, prey ran or froze or begged. They didn't talk. Rhea took a slow step forward. The creature's hackles rose, rows of spines along its back flaring in warning, but it didn't attack. Curiosity, perhaps the most human of traits, was apparently universal. Yeah, I see you, Rhea continued, keeping her voice low and soothing. You're the big bad predator, huh? Bet you've never had anything stand its ground before. Another step. The apex's tail lashed, tearing through a tree trunk like paper. Here's the thing about humans, Rhea said, and now she was close enough to see her reflection in those alien eyes. We were prey once, chased by lions and wolves and bears. But we didn't stay prey. We turned those hunters into companions. We made them love us. She reached into her pack slowly, never breaking eye contact, and pulled out a protein bar. The apex's nostrils flared, processing the scent. Hungry? Rhea unwrapped it and tossed it forward. The predator snatched it from the air, teeth flashing. It chewed once, twice, then swallowed. Its eyes never left her. Rhea tossed another. This time, the apex caught it more gently. That's it, she murmured. We're just 2 apex predators meeting in the jungle. No need for violence. Over the next hour, Rhea sat in that clearing and fed the creature her entire food supply. She talked to it about Earth, about dogs and cats, about how humanity had a gift, some called it madness, for befriending the things that should kill them. The apex eventually lay down, massive head resting on its forelegs, watching her with an intensity that was no longer entirely predatory. You've got some scars, Rhea observed, noting the pale marks across its hide. Rough life out here, huh? Bet you're lonely. Apex predators usually are. Too dangerous for pack bonding. The creature made a sound almost like a sigh. Yeah, I get it, Rhea said. We're social creatures who ended up at the top. It's isolating. When she finally stood to leave, the apex stood too. It followed her back to her pod, a silent shadow that dwarfed her completely. You want to come with me? Rhea asked, incredulous. The creature sat waiting. Rhea laughed, that slightly unhinged laugh of someone who'd just accidentally adopted a monster. All right, but you need a name. She eyed the mismatched pattern of scars and scales. How about Patches? The newly christened Patches made a sound that might have been agreement or might have been a threat, but when Rhea reached out and touched its snout, the creature didn't bite. Instead, it leaned into her hand. 3 months later, Rhea's report to the Colonial Board included detailed terraforming recommendations and a footnote that she'd be bringing back a large sample of local fauna for study. She didn't mention that Patches had learned to fetch, enjoyed having the space between his shoulder blades scratched, and had already stopped 2 attempted pirate raids on her ship by simply existing in the cargo bay. The Galactic Council would later debate humanity's admission for years, citing their reckless xenobiology practices and, frankly, disturbing ability to domesticate the indomitable. Rhea didn't care. She had her data, her ship, and a 800-kilogram killing machine that purred when she called it a good boy. Humanity had done it again, turned a predator into family. Some things, it seemed, were universal.